Hello guys, it's me, Tetrahedrill, and welcome back to Panda Country. I'm taking over from Walsham Raider just for today, going back to Banjo and Kazooie, and I love this game so much. And I really am so glad that I've got the opportunity to share it with you. When we left off, we'd just completed Mumbo's Mountain, which a lot of people find quite easy. But we've now entered, or we've gone up the slope. And there's a thing called a note door. And because I've now got 50 notes, I can now enter through that note door. So Molly is going to dribble on about the spells that keep these doors sealed. And you have to get a certain amount of notes to unlock the doors. I do love the fact that they don't talk, they sort of... Because it just reminds me of the Muppets, and I don't know why. Okay, so we're going to go through here. Right, our next port call is Treasure Trove Cove. So here on the left is the puzzle piece, or the puzzle picture. So we're now just going to put... No, get in. We're now just going to put our puzzle pieces in there. And he's going to waffle on again. The trouble is, because we're so new into the game, he's going to waffle quite a bit. When you get further on into the game, he shuts up a bit, which is quite nice. So you don't get silly little cutscenes like that anymore. Not that they're all happy and chirpy, it's quite cute, really. Anyway, so to get to Treasure Trove Cove, I've got to go up here. And it seems quite sort of, you can't really see where Treasure Trove Cove is right this second. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go through this tunnel. Around here. Ah! Oh, rats! I'll just kill him. Right, these are the cauldrons. Now, cauldrons are quite handy for, like, transporting. They're kind of like your quick travel around Mumbo's... not around Mumbo's Mountain, around Gruntilda's lair. So we'll find out where that cauldron goes later in the game. Yeah, grabbing the Mumbo's tool as per usual. Always helpful. Now, I do apologise that I'm taking my time on this. I am not a speedrunner. If you want a speedrun of this game, I really recommend going to watch Games Done Quick. Because I have never been able to complete this game in under 24 hours. I never have been able to. They've managed to do it in 40 minutes, and it's like, you cheeky gits, because they are so clever at how they do it. And there's quite a lot of bits in Treasure Trove Cove that are just so creative. I mean, I love the little treasure chest, which I'll show you in a bit. Arrgh! If those clams eat you, not only do they take a blue egg, but they take a red feather as well, and one of your honeycombs. Really irritating. Anyway, I've just jumped up this little block here, and round here is a little bucket called Leaky, and he is so adorable. And what you have to do is you have to patch him up with a couple of eggs, and the best way to do is fart it into the bucket. I mean, I know this is an old game. It's 1998, I think, 1998. So, I mean, I've been playing this since I was, well, since it probably first came out. Right back on the Nintendo 64. And that may sound like a long ago, but it really isn't in comparison. I mean, it's a long time in sort of gaming terms, but it's just... the time sort of flies by and you don't really know it. There's lots of little things. for you to go and collect like there is if I turn the camera. So the only thing I don't like about this game, and I never have with the N64 stuff, is the camera is limited, very, very limited, but it's an old game, so what can you expect? I hate Nipper, he is a swine. Just a little shark dude. Because he spawns within like a couple of meters from you, sort of in game terms. Anyway, I am just going to quickly run up the boat and we're going to try and get onto the flying manoeuvre. But as I say, always collect your notes as you go because they are super important for getting note doors and things. I am just going to run down that side and up again just to get all the notes. There is a Mumbo's token which we'll get in a minute. Right, and up this pole. Little green Jinjo! Anyway, let's talk to Bottles again and get the flying manoeuvre. The crying is, well, I'll show you in a minute. It's a little fat hippopotamus that wants his gold. I must admit that's the one thing I always find funny in this game is Kazooie. Kazooie really makes this game because she sort of comes out of the back of Banjo's backpack and she gets really bored and irritated and starts poking him in the head with her beak. It's so funny, it really is. It is, as I say, it's one of these cute things that you don't get a lot with the modern sort of platformers. Mind you, there's not many modern platformers that I really like, to be fair. Do you call this game a platformer? Don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe you don't. But you know what will happen? He'll, because Simon will edit this, you see. So what he'll do is he'll put it along the thing, along the bottom of the screen, going, "No, this isn't a platformer, you dork," or something very similar. Ah. Again, it's all about the camera angles in this, because the camera angles are shocking, especially when flying or swimming. And it's not until you come back to these games that you realise just how much of a pain flying and swimming were. I mean, they're not great now by any chance, but they are a bit of a pain in the bottom. When these are another move that we can do, which we'll get onto later. These crabs are vicious, but I just like that little. Anyway, these red X's were to find a special gold piece, so you'll see the arrows coming up. You can't just fly off anything, you have to fly off the flight pads. Takes a little bit of time, mind you. So I'm just going to quickly do that. Then you can find them yourselves, really. Right, as I'm coming down here, you can beak barge straight down to kill the crab. It also will stop you losing honeycombs, but you've got to be quite careful because you can do one of two things. You can either beak barge down, and if you're too far up, you'll obviously get one of your honeycombs taken off you. There's the big red X. But if you beak barge down sort of fairly low, you'll be alright. And it stops you having to find your shadow as you go down. It's a bit pain in the bottom, really. So there's my first jiggy on this particular run through. Gonna jump up one of these trees. As you can see, these are all shock spring pads, which we'll learn, and there's something glittering up there. So what I am going to do is I am just going to double jump across here to get this Jinjo. They are so cute. I really wish they made plushies of these things. If you know where they are, you know, if you know where they do make plushies of these, of the Jinjos, or indeed Banjo Kazooie or anything to do with it, please comment below, because I would absolutely love a Jinjo. Really would. As you can see, sort of behind me, and probably in most of the videos that I have, lots and lots of plushies that are all sort of game, or a lot of them are game related. So I've got Bub and Bob, and I've got the Cacodemon from Doom, and that's just amazing because he's called him Vladimir because he's little, round, and spiky, so it kind of looks like an impaler. So he's Vlad the Impaler. All right, the higher you fly up here, the music does drop out, and as you can see, it's such a tricky little thing to actually get round. And because I've done that wrong, I need to now go and find a shock spring pad. Because what I should have done was got onto the top first, and I didn't. Okay, so we're just going to nip down here now and go and get this ugly thing. Love the music to this. Just going to quickly speed this up a bit. But can you see what I mean about the music? It's quite fun. Right. And it's doing that rat-a-tat so it hits his eyes. Watch out for his claws, because his claws are very sharp. Just like that. God, I'm not doing very well, am I? If I die, I'm not going to be happy. If you hit those crabs and kill them in one shot, you get the 2 honeycomb bits. If you hit them, if you have to hit them twice, you'll only get the 1. It seems to be like a little bonus kind of thing. Now this shell always annoys me. Always annoys me, and there's a reason for that. And I'm going to drop a bit of maths on you, which I'm really sorry about. A, the curl is the wrong way around. And B, the shell does not follow the Fibonacci sequence as it should do. And that really bugs me, and I've got no idea why. It's one of these things where it shouldn't annoy me, but it really does. And I've just died. Never mind. I swear there, Banjo picks his nose. Whoops. And again. There we go. Got him. As I say, the curl doesn't go the right way around, and it's not in the Fibonacci sequence. And as an artist, that really annoys me. Really annoys me. I'm not a mathematician. But when a lot of my research, when I was doing my bachelor's degree for my fine art, it revolves quite a lot around sort of Da Vinci, and his sort of how he brought maths to art. I cannot believe I have just died there again. Ah! Which means I'm going to have to go and do Leaky again. Oh no! Right. Let's just go and fart in Leaky. Wrong way. I've thought about making my very own Leaky bucket. Because he's just so gorgeous. But I believe they've really thought about how they've like done all the sounds and stuff, because as you can hear, it's an actual bucket and spade to make that noise. Right. In here, you've got to get this Jiggy up there, but I am not going to tell you what the puzzle is, so Simon's going to edit this bit out. Okay, so I have now just popped in the puzzle bit. And for those that have got the keen eye, will be able to see exactly what the answer is very quickly. So I'm just going to whip up and go get that puzzle bit there. Unfortunately, with this game, unless you do it very precisely, there is no way you can skip the jiggy dance.